This video is brought to you by CapBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nick Wavy. I'm back with a new video, and this video is going to be all about a question that you guys ask me continuously: is what's the difference between against the grain and with the grain? As you noticed in my previous videos, I always give myself against the grain cuts, and that's simply because it gives me a better cut than with the grain. Way back then, when I was starting out my wave journey, I was always getting two with the grains, and when I would cut my hair, I'll be spinning. Like, my waves would be crazy, shiny, it'd be crazy. I'll post a picture right now of the two with the grain. But after that cut, I would go in the shower, I would maybe shampoo my hair, and I would literally have no waves. Like, I would lose my waves. And that is because a two with the grain is simply too short for me. My hair texture cannot allow me to get a two with the grain, so I have to find a different variation haircut to get. Now, I wouldn't lose the progress forever. Like, I would brush later on, you know, maybe 2-3 days, I'll get my waves back. But the fact that I lost the waves, and all it was really good for is a picture. If I want to take a fresh pic, I'll get myself a two with the grain, and my hair will be crazy. But the day after, I'll have no waves because my hair is straight. It's straighter than it is curly in a sort of way. At that length, at a two with the grain length, my hair is not curly. And remember, waves are laid down curls, so you need to have your hair at a curly length to have waves. So a 2.5 with the grain is a little too high. Like, it doesn't cut that much hair, and a 3 with the grain barely cuts anything unless I'm super wolfing. So that's not really good enough for a cut for me. So I was nervous, just like y'all. I was like, yo, I don't want to go against the grain. I'm scared. What if I lose my waves? So think about it. If you give yourself a 6 against the grain, you're barely gonna lose any hair. So all that's gonna really do is just lift your hair up, and that's not a problem. Like, it's not a problem to lift your hair up and then brush it back down, and your waves will still be there. So I said to myself, you know what? You have to take risks. You have to take risks to reap the rewards. So I said, you know what? Let me dive into it. I'm gonna give myself an against the grain, but I'm gonna start out with the 6. So I went against the grain with the 6, barely cut anything, comb my hair back, waves are good, right? Then I said, okay, let me put on a 5. So I put on the 5. I went against the grain, and some hair was cutting. Some hair was getting cut. A lot more hair was getting cut than with the 6. So of course I'm nervous. Like, I have no waves. My hair is all sticking up and stuff. But I combed it back down, and my hair looked really nice. I feel like it looked better than ever, to be honest. So I said, you know what? Let me go a step lower. Then I gave myself the 4 against the grain. And then my hair, it was shorter. It was a lot shorter. But I combed it back down, and my waves were still there. And that goes to show you that against the grain cuts do not take away your waves. They do not take away your waves. It just depends on what guard you use. So, like, as you've seen in my previous videos, I always go 4 against the grain, and that is perfect for me. That is a perfect level cut for me. The reason why I like against the grain is because it's guaranteed to cut hair. So think about it like this. If you have your guard on and you go backwards, it's gonna cut at that guard. But if you go 2 with the grain, you know, if you think about it, if some hair is sticking up, right? That hair will cut down shorter with the 2 than hair that's wavy like this. You know what I mean? So it's not a definite cut. It doesn't cut a definite amount of hair, and that's why I don't like it. When I go against the grain, I know my hair is gonna be a 4. I know my hair is gonna be a 4 all over, because when you're going back, there's nothing really preventing you from getting that 4 cut. But if you go 2 with the grain, you know, some patches of your hair might be longer than the other. It's just not great. It's not, I don't like with the grain, straight up. So yeah, that's basically the reason why I go against the grain versus with the grain. I'll probably never go with the grain ever again, simply because it just doesn't give me a good cut. Against the grain gives me a clean cut. I know my hair is gonna be a definite 4, and I know my hair is gonna be fresh, and I know my waves are still gonna be in there. But there's only that one instance where I went against the grain while my hair was curly. It was I'll put the link in the description below. My hair was curly, and I went against the grain. I tried to comb it back down, but the waves were not there. So I guess when I go against the grain, I guess when everybody else goes against the grain, you have to make sure that you're in your wavy state. A wavy state like this. You know, you gotta make sure your hair is laid down. You gotta make sure your waves are in there. I personally don't recommend going against the grain if your waves are not set. Like my waves are set. I can go 3 days without brushing, and then the next day brush, and I'll have my waves still. You know, because I've been doing this for quite a long time. So if you're starting out, I really don't recommend going against the grain. If you have straight hair, you need to go against the grain, but just go at a higher length, like maybe a 6, maybe a 7 if your hair is that long, but probably a 6. So I hope this video answers the questions that you guys have been asking. What's the difference between against the grain and with the grain? I personally feel against the grain is the best type of haircut to get waves. Straight up, that's the best cut. I'll never go with the grain again. I can't say never, but my go-to haircut is that 4 against the grain. That has your boy Wavy. That has your boy set. Let me show you. That has your boy good. You know, and this isn't a fresh cut. This is like 2 weeks after a fresh cut, so. But yeah, it's your boy Nick Wavy. I hope that answers the question that you guys have been asking me. Make sure you press the like button. Post a comment below if you need any help, like with a video. Like I'm gonna do more videos like this where I can just sit down, chop it up with you guys, and break it down, the info, and just let you guys know what it is, you know? So, it's your boy Nick Wavy. Make sure you press the like button, subscribe if you've yet to do so, and stay tuned for the next video. Let me show you guys the waves real quick. They in there. They in there, man. Stay tuned.